You might have seen bikes that roar, but have you ever seen one that screams like a fighter jet? Collision. This is no ordinary machine. This is the bike that doesn't run on petrol, it runs on jet fuel. And trust me, what's hidden inside will blow your mind. The first time you hear it start, your chest vibrates before your ears even register the sound. It's like standing next to a rocket preparing for takeoff. The exhaust glows orange, the engine whines with a high-pitched scream, and within seconds, the ground trembles. People turn their heads not out of curiosity, but out of disbelief. A bike, running on jet fuel. But this beast wasn't built by a big company or a factory full of engineers. It was the creation of one man, an engineer who once worked with aircraft turbines. He had one dream: to build a bike that could feel like flying, not just riding. For months, his neighbors heard strange metallic sounds from his garage, welding, grinding, bursts of flame tests. Everyone thought he was losing his mind. But what he was creating was something no one had ever seen before. At the heart of this monster is a jet turbine engine, the same kind used in small aircraft. The fuel, a special jet-grade kerosene that burns hotter, faster, and louder than regular petrol. It doesn't use pistons or cylinders like a normal engine. Instead, it compresses air, mixes it with fuel, and ignites it in a spinning combustion chamber. The result? Pure thrust, the kind that pushes planes into the sky. When he first started the bike, it didn't just start, it roared to life. Flames shot out of the exhaust, the ground shook, and within seconds, the sound bounced across the valley like thunder. He had to wear a full aviation headset to protect his ears. Even standing 10 feet away felt like being near an active runway. But there was one problem. The heat from the exhaust was so intense that it melted the rear mudguard and even burned a patch of the road behind it. He had to rebuild the tail with heat-resistant titanium and shield plates like those used in fighter jets. Every detail, from the cooling ducts to the exhaust angle, had to be re-engineered to handle the insane power. And then came the first ride. The moment he twisted the throttle, the bike didn't just accelerate, it launched. The sound went from a growl to a deafening scream. In just 3 seconds, it reached over 200 kilometers per hour, and he wasn't even halfway on the throttle. The feeling, he said, wasn't like speeding. It was like being catapulted forward by raw air. It felt weightless, dangerous, and absolutely thrilling. People started calling it the ground jet, because that's exactly what it was. No gears, no vibrations, no limits. Just pure jet thrust turned into two-wheeled insanity. But here's where it gets even crazier. When he took it to a racetrack for a test run, the organizers didn't even know how to categorize it. It wasn't a petrol bike. It wasn't an electric bike. It was something entirely new, something that didn't belong on land. So they created a special slot, experimental jet bike, just for him. The sound of the turbine spinning up echoed across the track. Everyone covered their ears. As soon as he released the brakes, the bike blasted forward like a missile. The air shimmered behind it from the heat, and the smell of burning jet fuel filled the pit lane. Cameras struggled to keep up. By the end of the straight line, it hit 400 kilometers per hour, faster than most airplanes during takeoff. But he wasn't racing for fame or records. He was chasing a feeling, the fusion of flight and speed. He said, "When I ride it, I don't hear the world anymore. Just the scream of the turbine and the wind tearing around me. It's like being inside a storm you control." The media went wild. News channels called it the bike that shouldn't exist. Engineers around the world were stunned. How did he make a turbine engine small enough, light enough, and stable enough to ride? The answer was genius engineering and years of trial and error. Every component was custom built, every screw precisely measured to handle the vibrations and heat of a jet engine. But there's a catch: this beast drinks fuel faster than any vehicle ever made. One full tank of jet fuel lasts just 5 minutes of pure throttle. And when it's done, the metal parts glow red hot from the heat. He can't even shut it off immediately. He has to let it spin down for several minutes so the turbine doesn't warp. It's more like piloting a plane than riding a bike. Today, that bike stands in his private collection, surrounded by fans, engineers, and dreamers who come just to hear it scream once more. It's not street legal, it's not for sale, but it remains a living symbol of human madness and creativity, proof that when passion meets engineering, even a dream that sounds impossible can roar to life. And as the camera zooms in, you can still see the burn marks on the road behind it, the last trail of a bike that runs not on petrol, but on pure jet fuel. Fire, don't forget to like, share, and comment if you'd ride this monster, and subscribe for more insane machines that redefine what's possible. Rocket.